changes. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin chart we are looking at. I don't need to tell you, you are smart enough if you're joining my stream from day one. We are stuck in this range. And as long as we are stuck in this range, the most obvious thing to do is to trade the range, which I have been doing really good last month. But this month, I'm going to tell you that I did slack with last two trades, or at least one trade. The first opportunity was presidented to us here, but unfortunately we did not execute. You can ask the reason. If I give you my thought process why I didn't execute, the reason was the reaction we got from the bounce. Once we tap this support, this black line is support, and this black line is resistance. So the bounce we got, guys, it was not enough. Okay, do you see how small this bounce is? Let me zoom in for you if you guys can are not able to see. Like, look at this bounce. Okay, this is like a this is like a 2% bounce, and I was not happy with this bounce, and that's what happened. We went down. The thing is that when it went down, this was a good trigger for the longs, because we did not just sweep the low, we also swept the major low here. You can see. Okay, let me just, why is not, okay, yeah, we also sweep this low, but unfortunately, like, but unfortunately, despite we sweeping this low, the reaction we had was not enough, and we were keep tapping the value area low again and again. I don't know what is up with my mouse. It's why it's tapping different things. Okay, sorry guys for inconvenience. So we will keep tapping this value area low support, which I was not a fan of. So when you tap a value area low, what you want to see is an instant reaction, like you had here, like you had here. Do you see the reactions here? That is what you want to see. But like in a span of like 1 week, yeah, in a span of like 1 week, we tapped the value area for like 5 times, which of course was a sign of a lot of weakness. And that's why I didn't like take the long from there. And the next area where I was looking to short was this value area high, but we never tapped that value area high. We did tap our zone where I was essentially looking to take a short from, but it was like a so minor tap that the risk to reward ratio from here was so bad that I didn't want to execute. Okay, so let's say if I got an entry right here, my stop loss would at least have gone like something like this, and like I considered this as a bad risk to reward ratio. So yeah, that is why I didn't execute that fairly well. I was waiting for like 70.7k level for my execution, because the risk to reward ratio from there would have been much better, something like this. Okay, like you can see, now if we calculate the risk to reward ratio, it's almost a 4.5 risk to reward ratio. That is what I was looking at, but we never got the tab. It's fine. It tells us that idea was right, but our level never got tapped, so we will look for next trade opportunity. And I'm going to talk about that exact same level where I'm looking to long next. The next level where I'm looking to long next is this level. I would fairly love to long, and this level aligns beautifully with our POC as well. Okay, you can consider the line as a POC. I mean, it is a POC, but you can consider this as a support. Okay, so we have three confluences here. Okay, the first is the POC, the second is this oxide view, and the third is 0.5 level. So this is where I'm looking for a long, something like this, something like this. I would be happy to execute. I would love to target the higher prices. It would be something like this. This is where I'm looking to long, and I will keep you posted if there is a valid trigger. But again, I'm gonna tell you that this is not a A plus setup. So if I don't execute, it is probably because I did not had enough confidence. Because I do not consider this as a A plus setup. By the way, this is a good level. I'm not saying this is a bad level, but I'm gonna hesitate to like execute here. Okay. Because again, this is not an A plus setup, but we do have decent amount of confluences to like to catch a possible trade. This is what I will be looking at Bitcoin, and yeah, that's it, guys. But our last update was so good. We rejected so beautifully from. I just had wished that we tapped the 70.7k level, so I would have entered in a short. But yeah, it's all right. I will catch another trade. Okay, that's for the Bitcoin. Let's talk about the Ethereum now. Ethereum have done. Ethereum was actually a good trigger for the short because, as I said, I'm not keeping an eye on the assets other than Bitcoin. I should start to do this because this was a very obvious trade, if you ask me. Like, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Like, do you see the swing failure pattern? And then we did a failed auction of the value area high. This was a very good short trade. I don't know why I didn't kept an eye on Ethereum. But anyways, this is our demand zone. Let me just. This is our demand zone. We also have the POC, and we also have, I'm pretty sure, 0.79 level around this level. This is the exact same level on the Ethereum I'm looking at, where I'm looking at Bitcoin. I would like to see the sweep of Monday low, this, and my stop loss can go something like this. I would love to target the higher prices here, but I would be careful with this long on the Ethereum. Why? Because of a one major reason. First of all, if you see the Bitcoin, we never tap the value area high, so we have a room to go up from here. Okay, but if I show you the Ethereum, we did do a failed auction of Ethereum. So there is a possibility we can go lower now because we haven't tapped the value area low from a very long time. Again, this is just a possibility. There is a chance that we can do something like this again. We can do something like this again. There is a chance, but I will be careful. I'm just telling you all of this to be careful. Why? Because one single reason is that these setups are not A plus setups. Okay. Again, keep in mind the reason for our entry is 0.79 level and the Monday low sweep. Okay. This is good stuff. I like this. Uh, for longs on Ethereum around this level. Drop the chart in. Let me just also uh, use the anchored VWAP. No, nothing interesting. Yeah, nothing interesting, guys. Okay. Yeah, that's it for the Ethereum. Okay. Let me just go to Bitcoin. I want to refine one thing. Yeah, that's I just noticed because uh, the Monday low is actually around this level. So I gotta be very careful with my stop loss here. Something like this, baby. Yeah. Monday low is actually really below it. It's at around 0.62 level. So I will be careful with the longs in here. We could see some sort of drawdown. So you can have money for the DC if you want. Let's look at the Solana. Solana, yeah, great. Actually, I did talk about Solana short yesterday in my old streams, and you can see this is playing out really well. This is exactly what I said. Do you see that how we closed below the value area low or the support? We closed below the value area low support. We were here. Okay, I said that once we retest level, this value area low, this is where I want to make an entry, and you can see this is working beautifully. And I'm gonna let this run. I shared it on the stream live. Okay, you can watch my previous streams in this channel. I'm gonna drop the channel link in uh, the chat stream videos. But yeah, this worked out really well. I'm glad this worked out. We tapped the value area low at the imbalance. I do think that Solana will go lower from here, or at least it should go lower. Yeah, this was beautiful, guys. I would love to. I would love for this to like go lower. But let's see what happens. I do not have good hopes for the Solana. This is just a follow up of our trade, which I yesterday. Okay, this is for the majors. If you were interested in the majors, great. Now let's go back to the Nasdaq and everything. See what is up. We are seeing some sort of bounce. So yeah, we do have something interesting on the Nasdaq. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so let's just ignore what you have right now here. Okay, so see this. First of all, of course, you had this range in your chart. You had this small range. Okay, and now it seems that Nasdaq have done a closing above this range, but I do think this is just a bull trap and price will go lower from here. Okay, this was a very good long opportunity. If you okay, guys, give me um It's just this was a very good. This is a very good long here because you can see that we did sweep the lows here and we did a swing failure pattern. And if I go on a 1 hour time frame, you had this inverse here. Oh, that was a very good trade, guys. Actually, see, it was a very good trade. Did a retest even, and could have been gone something like this. Yeah, it would have been gone like a 4 hour trade. A Nasdaq. This was a very beautiful trade. If you trade the futures, I hope you did took it. But yeah, let's back to analysis. If I go on daily, we are rejecting from this order block right here, which I do think we will continue, because if we break this level, then I am definitely looking at higher prices somewhere around this level. Okay, 25.5. If we break above this level, because again, this will be classified as a deviation then, and we will again get back into this range, which we do not want. Okay. Well, of course we do want, if we want to see the higher prices, but if you want to see lower, if you're a bear, we will reject from here, from this order block. If you know, I have this entry model which I have explained many times, which looks like this, and if you see, this is very similar to what is looking like this. We just need to play out our plan, uh, wave D, which is this one. So I would like to see the lower from here on the Nasdaq. Okay, so I'm just dropping this chart because I do think we will go lower, and that is what I would like to see. Is ES, nothing on the ES, not that great. Again, same thing on the ES as the Nasdaq. I would love to see rejection from this order block, which we're already doing. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's look at the USDT dominance. It is surprisingly acting good to what we analyzed last time. We are bouncing from our um, imbalance, and if you see, we do have structure here. We are bouncing from the imbalance, so expecting high from here is not a idiotic reason. I do think that we can easily go higher from here, which we should do because we have a bullish structure shift, first of all. And the second thing is that we are bouncing from this imbalance. So I would love to see USDT dominance go higher. We also did a deviation of the low, and if you see, this looks very similar to the Nasdaq deviation. That is what I'm saying. If we do not, if we get acceptance, proper acceptance inside the range, then we will look for higher. That is what you don't want to see. Okay. So, but yeah, anyways, uh, we did a deviation of the support. We are acting really good above the support. We have done a break of a structure. We are bouncing from the imbalance. I would love to see the USDT dominance higher from here, at least till there. Of course, it can take days. It can range further more. It can go something like this and then go up. But yeah, eventually, I would love to see USDT dominance higher, and this is what TA is indicating as well. Anyways, by thoughts on the majors and couple of assets that I'm looking at. If you guys have any chart requests, I don't see any because audience is very less. I don't know what is the exact issue. I could be because we changed the timing. But yeah, I don't, since there is no one. I don't have any chart request. I think we would have to wrap it there. I'm also sick. I cannot do this for a very long time. I wish looking at setups for you guys. I hope I can get setups for you. First one was of course this short that we missed out. I'm still really pissed about this short. And the second setups that I shared you about the Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm decently confident about them. So I would keep you posted if I execute, guys. Okay. Yeah, but I think overall we would have to wrap up here since we do not have an audience. Usually I do chat request once I'm done with my update. If there's no audience, then I guess I would have to wrap it here. You guys for joining in. I'll see you in the next stream then. So.